match. Both players with the Collector's Edition skins, and we're going to Demon Island. Both players with dark colors, so you're going to have to keep a lookout when you're on those trees.
Yeah, got to make sure you put on those triangles so you can see where your opponents are. But a little sidelight from Acno. It's Acno with the edge control, but he plays the edge very differently from Simple. A lot less side airs, a lot more sitting on that corner.
D-Light side sig right out of the gate. Simple opening this one up strong. Almost reached up as far as he could with that bear paw. Couldn't quite make it. Tried to run away from that side air as well.
What?
Acno finding his way in. Not sure what that dare was.
I think he just didn't jump.
Must have got the misinput on that jump. It's tough to watch. You can D-Light side air gravity cancel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are we boys, I tweeted about this. I had a whole thread about it. Why are we D-Light daring in 2021?
Well, D-Light Dare is the option if you're stacked up. Because D-Light Side Air, it doesn't always hit when you're stacked up like that. But right now, the scoop up from Acno, that down air, will even up this stock count. And it is worth pointing out, at the very least, that Simple's using way more SIGs in this game than he did in all of the last set.
And I mentioned the thread. Actually, if you hit the D-Light, your side air will hit if your dare would hit.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to say in literally every single pixel, but 99 out of 100
most situations.
times, if you can hit the D-Light dare, you can hit the D-Light sig. Unless there's something weird with gravity cancel. I will put that caveat in there. I could not test everything with gravity cancel.
Simple going for the chase. Did disarm himself after that whiffed weapon toss. But nice gravity cancel D-Light recovery. Acno still has that weapon advantage, so you see him swinging much harder than the fists of Simple. Punish. He's going to get the recovery for the knockout.
That did KO off the top, so a lot of damage was built up on that second stock. Simple here with just a little bit of a lead, but Acno has the hammer in his hand. It's not going to take much to find that KO. Simple playing in the middle of the stage. You see him moving over to the left side. Acno looking for the stomps to come out. Happens to catch the dare as Simple moves into it. Gets the KO off the top. Good read on Simple's movement coming out from Acno.
Surprising number of vertical knockouts here on Demon Island. Again, a very high ceiling map. Even though you've got things like the hammer scoop up, which can be really good for those vertical knockouts, still surprised to see that much damage being built up before those hit.
Just trading sword hits back and forth. Simple definitely on the better side of this. Waits for Acno to come over the corner instead of trying to time that D-Light to not get hit by anything that Acno has. There's the down air. Definitely still winnable for Acno. Has the chunking weapon with the hammer. Simple waits, gets the punish. D-Light recovery for the KO off the top.
Yo, imagine, can Simple do it?
I can imagine.
Ooh, but Acno going to make the swap over to the Val for game number 2. Little bit of character, there's a word for it, but he's not sticking to any singular character. It's just
identity
it feels
crisis.
Like he's messing around. Yeah, identity crisis. He's just struggling to stick to any singular thing against his current opponents.
Well, he saw last game that the Bodvar lost reasonably confident. I wouldn't necessarily say that going the Bodvar again would give any other option. It's not like it was last hit red for both players. Simple pretty confidently won that last game. So swapping over to this, hoping maybe the gauntlets can get in on Simple and do some work. Hopefully if Simple's caught floating, maybe that sword neutral signature can do some work. Maybe he can get the neutral signature dunk over the edge. We've seen Acno try that a little bit as well.
Yeah, there's definitely some options that he'll have for sure. Goes for the sidelight, doesn't quite read out the dodge from Simple. D-Light into the neutral light off the off stage. That's really hard to do. Normally you'll see Gauntlet players go for a chase dodge there. Oh, but a nice double recovery, and Acno gonna get the first stock.
Yet another vertical KO right off the top of the Demon Island for both of these players. That one going the way of Acno. Now Simple coming in with the hammer. Not usually his choice for sort of the earlier stages of another player's stock. Usually opts for that sword. I expect if we see a weapon spawn coming in, he may swap to that sword, but it hasn't come in yet. Significant amount of time, reaches down for that dare, but the dodge comes out from Acno. There is a spawn on the field, waiting, being careful, doesn't want to fight at the weapon disadvantage, doesn't want to disarm himself. The weapon spawn goes to Acno. He's going to continue to have these gauntlets in hand.
Big ground pound, but it eats into the stage. Neutral Sig will catch Simple, and the Val swap working very well for Acno.
That's the dunk I was talking about there. Now, he hit that when Simple was in red, so it wasn't a super early KO, but it was definitely a solid KO. When you have gauntlets in your hand, he doesn't have to worry about a read. He already got it with the neutral signature.
Nice
Went for another one as well.
It was a really good wake up from Simple to shut it down, though. Still hasn't gotten this stock off of Acno.
Oh,
Restock potential as the gauntlet's coming alive. Side Sig almost does it. Misses the downlight, but it'll still live. The side air will finish off the first stock of Acno.
Has more than enough stocks to throw away, going for the big play there with the GC D-Light that ended up in his own fall. D-Light D-Sig gets dodged through after the neutral signature came out and whiffed from Acno. Side air, that's going to be it. We are now tied 1-1 in this set here in the losers finals of the Parsec Invitational.
Acno's gauntlets looking fantastic in game number 2. We'll see if Simple finds any sort of solution against it for game number 3. The hammer worked kind of at one point, but other than that, it was really just the Acno show.
Now, there was 246 damage done by Simple by the time that game was finished, and he was basically untouched on his second stock. So let's take just 30 damage, maybe 40 away from that. That's going to give us 206 damage. All of that went in to his first stock. So that is Acno using this higher defense that's on Val the best way that he can by taking as much damage before falling. There's the D-Light Dare, gets the falling dares, the follow-up. Simple with some good damage to start this game off. A lot of unanswered hits, running away from that side light, overspacing it, and punishing.
Yeah, Simple definitely doing better here, staying even against Acno. Going for these longer range pokes as gauntlets don't have the best range. But it's not going to work out for huge momentum swings if that's what Simple wants. Nice punish.
Ooh. That was a really risky play coming out, especially because Acno is orange. Simple wasn't expecting that one as well. Now, we saw, I think, 720 Polyshot was punishing some of those really well because Acno was burning his offstage dodge to get the gravity cancel to move back on stage. 720 Polyshot would back up and then punish, usually with a signature following up because he got the dodge.
Oh, he goes over the corner. The trickiness of the side signature. Simple couldn't be ready for every single sig of Acno. Stomp side air, still not enough. That high defensive Val like you were talking about at the beginning of the set.
Ooh, Nair into the dare, or the gravity cancel neutral light. Simple does find a punish off of that. He might be about 50 to 80 damage behind Acno at this point. Weapon spawn comes in. Acno grabs it right away. Simple's weapon starving has not been very solid so far.
Yeah, it's definitely not been a focal point. I think more important to Simple is making sure he's on a sword than it is denying a weapon. Oh, neutral sig's going to connect.
I can't believe that picked up.
I don't think Simple was expecting it either, but Acno with these weapon tosses just maintaining pressure, and a weapon toss again. Acno looking great here in game number 3, currently up 2 stocks to 1.
Simple fighting at the weapon disadvantage here. You see Acno pushing over all the way to the left side of the stage where Simple was. Picks up the weapon spot on the right side. Acno finding a lot of unanswered hits here. Even continues with the Nair. GC D-Light got a beautiful spot dodge there to then gravity cancel it into that downlight. That's the burn dodge. Simple
Trying to punish the landing.
just straight up ran away from him when Acno had no dodge. You can throw out anything?
He was trying to punish the landing because obviously Acno burns a lot of air movement in all of that. He wants to punish the landing, keep him off stage, but Acno with the side sig gonna take game number 3, and Simple is running out of options here. Can he find a solution to Acno's Val?
He's thinking about it, has not locked in his character just yet.
Where's the Taros?
Could be an option he's considering, but he goes with the Bodvar. String stance coming out, takes out 1 of dexterity. He's not really going to feel that.
So I'm going to point out a thing, and I'll see if you notice it in this game number 4, is that Simple does a lot of things or was doing a lot of things to try to punish movement of Acno. Like he was trying to down air or trying to downlight in certain situations where Acno stops his movement just before he's in that hitbox. Like he did a down sig on the gauntlets to jump out of the way of a down air. He did that gravity cancel side sig at the end of that last one to avoid the downlight from Simple. Like there's so many times where Acno is like on a path and then he changes his path right at the last second and Simple gets caught out trying to punish him.
I will definitely look for that this game.
But right now, it is game number 4. Acno 1 game away from earning the run back against Pavelski in the grand final. Simple has to win the next 2 to upset the top seed of the tournament and go into the grand finals.
Yeah, I don't know if Simple saw what happened against Pavelski and thought he might get the easiest silver medal, at least of his life here, but that's not going to happen. He's going to have to fight this one tooth and nail against Acno.
And he is already struggling again. Acno with these recoveries underneath Simple. Simple's burned a decent amount of movement there, and the downlight ground pound will be the first stock. Almost a perfect stock, just a little bit of yellow on Acno.
Weapon spawn comes in, the D-Sig. Acno just completely taking him around the stage, showing him the tree in the middle, showing him the pagoda thing, showing him the tree on the right side, the stairs, everything, every little detail. He wants to make sure all the hard work the artist put into this stage is definitely appreciated by Simple.
Just shoving his face into all of that hard work. Thank you for pointing out the stairs, though. I actually literally, as you said it, I went, what stairs? And then had to look at the map.
Nah, bro, you work there.
I'm not in the art department.
Eventually, when y'all go to the office,
nice side air.
You're going to have to look one of your employees in the eye. Not your employees.
Not my employees.
One of your coworkers who works so hard on those stairs. You have to look them in the eye and basically say, I ignored all of your hard work.
I didn't see that. I'm too busy getting my face beaten in when I'm playing on the map. Side airs from Simple, still behind, but he did even up the stock count deep red. Simple has to make sure he doesn't give Acno the read.
Good punish there. Only went for the 2-hit, though. The D-Light Dare didn't go for anything further, like a GC In-Light or a GC D-Sig or even the recovery.
But Acno still gets that second stock, and now this is Simple's tournament stock here. Don't lose it on a gimp like this! Don't lose it on a gimp like this! All right, he's back on the stage. He's back on the stage.
Yeah, Simple just doesn't look confident here whatsoever. Acno is just completely running all over him. Does get the recovery there. Hits the ground pound. Fighting his way back into this, not too far behind here. Now he's looking a little bit more confident.
Yeah, it is evening up this damage, but still, Simple is in such a scary spot. The neutral sig will pick up grounded. Simple taking more and more damage.
Bro, that sig picks up everywhere. I'm sure people in chat are mauling about Val's sword neutral signature right now, hoping that D-Sig was going to be what he needed. To catch Acno with it now in the orange at the right spot, that could be the game for Simple. Don't know if he's going to be able to find it. Hasn't found too many of them. Neutral signature, not quite enough. One more is going to do it. Not sure if a D-Light recovery will KO from here. He's trying to move it high. It's why the gravity cancel came out. Another GC D-Light coming out. Disarms himself there. I don't know if an unarmed recovery will do it. Simple. Going to weapon starve Acno here. Acno floating over on the left side. What was the D-Light off stage? Acno wasn't anywhere near there. Acno gets back to the platform, picks up the weapon spawn, gets the KO, and sends Simple packing.
The seeds hold true. History will repeat itself as Acno defeats Simple one more time in the losers final this time, and Acno will earn his battle against Pavelski in the grand finals.
Well, me not putting Simple in my top 3 was an incorrect choice, but hey, at least I didn't put Acno as all 3 places in my top 3 like Dobrain did. Hey, that is literally, it doesn't make any sense.
He's 100% guaranteed to be right on one of those now, all right? Acno is
yeah,
guaranteed
now.
a top 3.
Now, saying that, like, now, like,
Right
yeah,
in one of those slots.